because this has its own magic.
This is the Clear Vision Podcast. You got my boy Trevor.
Yeah, what's cracking?
My dog Eli.
What up?
Yours truly, Brian J. Without the boards.
Yo, without.
For the 5th time. I probably shouldn't say that no more, huh?
President.
But we got a special. I know y'all see an extra body here today. We have a dub legend. We have a creator. We have a hard worker. That's important. And we have a man of God. We got my boy Lan Louie in the building.
God bless you.
Our first guest for season 3, bro. How does it feel to be here?
Feels great.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of you guys. I love you guys.
I
I've
love
known
you
some
too.
of you guys for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm just glad to be a part of this.
Yes.
And I'm excited to get started.
He's a big supporter of us, man.
Yeah. He's a visionary.
He's a true visionary since day one, literally.
Facts.
So,
You guys are amazing.
you know how we start off first, Trev, where can they find us
You
at?
can find us here at YouTube. Be sure to subscribe, leave a comment, put somebody on. Of course, any podcast store that you listen to your podcast, we're there. So tap in.
There we go. Eli, how can they get in touch with us?
clearvisionpod@gmail.com, man. Let us know what you're thinking. Give us a topic. Argue with us, fight with us, or just love us.
Or,
Or
be
just love
nice.
us, man. Be
Show
nice.
some love.
Yeah, show some love, man.
Bro, that's what I like.
That's what it
Show
is.
some love.
Show some love. Let's stay
There's
right
too
there.
much
I
of the
like to
bad
sit
stuff
right there.
going
Too
on
much
right
of
now.
bad stuff. And that's on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you see a video, leave your comment. Man, we're gonna look it up. Shut up, Facebook.
You're not going to see him on
I'm
Facebook.
gonna see it on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see it on
We gotta
Facebook.
get on the book.
I'm telling you. But yeah, man. clearvisionpod@gmail.com, man, and hit us up, man.
There we go.
I'm making a book.
We got some good responses after victory. How can they continue to support us,
Man, $sign Clear Vision Pod, man. Eli, I love your cut.
Thank you, man.
That cut was not free. Not to say that Clear Vision funded that cut, but everything that happens because someone invested their time and also their resources and money.
Yeah.
So please support us, $sign Clear Vision Pod.
There we go.
Where'd you get that water for that? I don't know why it looks so clear.
It's Clear Vision water right
No
here.
label.
Clear Vision water.
Independence.
I love that. That's actually a brilliant idea, bro.
Bro, clear water bottles.
No. Like you don't put Kool-Aid, anything in. Just clear.
Just clear
That's
vision bottles.
brilliant. Clear everything. Kind of like that. Bro, picture some clear shoes.
Hey man, let's not give it out to the people.
Clear shoes.
Let's surprise them.
You can see your socks.
I hate those actually. The women got those going on with the heels. They got the clear. I don't want to see your feet.
Hey,
Or your dirty heels.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's continue.
make sure y'all follow us on Instagram at Clear Vision Pod as well. Now, homie therapy, y'all know how we start off. It's been 2 weeks since we've met with each other.
I'll knock it down, man.
Knock it down.
Ready
Go
to
ahead,
go.
y'all. Knock it down.
Praise God, man. Shout out to my wife. 12 years of being together.
Started off the right way. Let him work, man.
It was a setup. I'll knock it down. 12 years, man. Been together since we were 13 and 14.
Praise
I
God.
love you. Yes, 12 years together, man. 6 years married in April. So shout out to my baby. And shout out to Bria and Tyler.
Oh, man.
Enjoyed the wedding.
Congratulations.
Beautiful wedding yesterday. Violin player, all that, top notch. Pinky up. Loved it.
Married couples going to weddings. Like, what does that do for
Oh my
married couples?
God. You're gonna get some.
What in the world is happening?
Weddings will have.
So you being honest, that's kind of what I was asking.
Weddings will
Like,
have people thinking like, "Dang, this is beautiful."
wow. Okay.
Like,
So you recommend it?
Oh, go to a wedding if you're single and you don't know, or even if you're with someone and you're like, "Man, I don't know about this marriage thing."
Go to a wedding.
Go to a wedding and see. Not just see the couple get married together and the beautiful, all the words, but really pay attention to the crowd and the older people that are married, the other people that are married, because all of them are crying because they know the power and the importance of what's
I love
about to
that.
happen
Yeah.
and the journey that they're about to take together. You know what I mean? So,
Bria didn't invite me.
All right, here we go. Trevor.
Salty.
Go ahead. I mean,
Trust
listen,
me, I get it. No, I'm just talking
big
smack.
families.
There we go.
It was about 300 people, and they were family. It was only about. It was probably only 30 friends there.
No, I get it.
You know,
Bro,
DJ?
let me just say
Yeah, they had a DJ,
wrong.
but family. DJ was family.
They got money.
DJ was family. You know.
Weddings are so expensive, bro.
It's stupid.
And when I had my wedding, I got those same messages like, "Dang, Trev, you salty." No, bro.
Them plates is expensive.
I know.
Them plates is expensive.
I ain't gonna get married.
You
Like
have
the
to pay for
venue,
people to come to
You
the
gotta
wedding.
pay for heads, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, but
And
we need to say something about this. Our culture of going to weddings. Bring a gift. Don't come empty-handed. You need to pay for your plate.
Yeah.
Y'all need to bring a gift.
Weddings used to
donate
$5.
because nobody should be going into a
Let's
union.
touch that. Let's touch that. That's an episode.
No one,
That's an episode.
nobody
Don't touch
needs
that.
to be going into a union going in debt
Yeah.
because people are coming for a free party.
A free party. Yeah.
That's
That's not
That's
what weddings
heavy.
were for. Weddings
heavy
were
too,
for
Sam.
to set up that couple.
Yeah, but
That's
I
the
want to
topic.
say, it is a topic. Congrats to Bria and Tyler, man. They've been together for a minute too.
They've been
I love to
together for a
see the longevity of love. That's good.
Longevity.
My last few weeks were great. I don't have much to report. I've been back and forth from Tulsa. What I'm working on is finally coming to life as far as at work. It's more visible.
Praise God.
The company's seeing it. I'm finally getting my flowers.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to stay down and
Sooner
keep
or
working,
later.
and it'll come up. So I'm feeling great. God is good. Yeah.
It's my turn.
Talk to me. Talk.
Yeah, go ahead.
Homie
First of
therapy.
all, bro, let's talk. I love you, man.
I love you.
1,
This is
2,
my-
3.
I look up to
Okay, hold on, real quick.
You know what I'm saying? I'm being real, though.
To the visionaries, like this is my big brother.
Yeah.
Like I don't think we announced, bro. This is my.
Oh no!
This is my blood.
I mean, they can see it.
Older. I mean, you
Yeah,
can
y'all
tell.
look
It's-
alike.
It's obvious.
But to those that don't know, this is my big brother, bro. And I love my big brother.
Yeah,
So yeah,
man.
anyway,
So, yeah,
talk to
man.
me.
I look up to you, bro. And
Whoa!
these past 3 years, man, I got an autoimmune disease I just found out about. And it's been tough, man.
Yeah.
It's really been tough.
Yeah.
And I call you every day.
You do.
And I call Cameron every day. Sometimes just to hear y'all's voice, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Especially when I'm down.
Yeah.
And you don't be knowing sometimes.
Right.
But sometimes I'll just be sitting here like, man, what is life, bro? Why am I always in pain? Why am I always struggling?
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I need to hear my brother. I need to hear my mom. I need to hear my I got my wife, man. My wife's always there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
sometimes I need to hear you, bro. And the things you say, you motivate me.
Yeah.
And you I don't know, man, just the little things you say, bro, just to push through it.
Yeah.
Control what you can control. Your little bitty, your sayings
Nuggets.
that you say.
Yeah.
It means so much to me.
Appreciate it, man.
And
That's therapy, bro. That's good.
I just want to let you know.
Thanks,
I want
man.
I want the world to know that.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank
But
you.
as far as me, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Hey, man.
In pain, but I'm pushing through it, bro.
You here.
And I'm
You here.
so excited to be around you guys.
You here, bro.
So I've just
You look fantastic.
just happened. Thank you, man.
Facts,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
You're glowing.
You, look, you are glowing.
You are
Man.
glowing.
But yeah, I'm good.
And that's not even a light skin joke.
Yeah.
Thank
You're
you.
actually
I
glowing.
appreciate that, bro.
No, I'm sorry, bro. I know it's
Yeah, no, please.
I was just gonna say, like-
please let that moment.
like
do something.
Lou, he has been going through it, bro. Like when I talk to him, I would never know. Like he is the example of like, regardless of what you're going through, live your life. Like pray. I say control what you can control, just to remind him, because that's what he does. Like he still supports his family, his nephews. He still gets out the house. He doesn't, go to drugs or anything to like get him through that pain. No, he just gets through it. And I'm telling you, you motivate me because I'll just have a bad day, bro, and just be feeling bad and be like, my nigga Lou is out at the trails walking with back pain.
Yeah.
And I got the sniffles and I don't want to get out of bed. Get your ass up.
Yeah.
So your story, bro,
Thank you.
we bounce off each other. That's all I want to say. But yeah.
Yeah, I love you.
Praise God.
Love you,
bro.
boy. Yeah. Talk to me, bro.
Yeah, wow, that was beautiful. I honestly don't even want to say anything to
No,
be
you're
quite
good, baby.
frank. I would say I'm content right now.
Yeah.
Life is good, family's good. Since we're talking about marriage, my parents just got back from Barbados for their anniversary.
Shout out
Bro,
to
we gotta get that out here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
28 years.
Wow.
So congratulations. to them.
Congratulations,
But yeah,
Vincent.
that's all I have.
man.
Congratulations for sure. That's big.
Man, this is a lot of love, man.
My last
It was
2 weeks,
good.
man.
Soak it in. Yeah.
Yeah. My last 2 weeks was good, man. I injured my son on accident. We're going down the slide. So
Yeah, explain that.
so people know
CPS.
kids
is
are
on.
5 times. They already showed up.
They're locked in.
They're 5 times. Kids are 5 times more likely, toddlers, to get injured going down the slide with somebody because they they don't know how to slide.
Yes.
In a way.
You Googled that before or after you
After.
Yeah. But that should be
Granted,
known,
we
though.
took it to X-rays.
Probably.
Yeah.
We took it to the X-rays. There was no fractures, no nothing. I think he just sprained it, and he's more scared than anything.
Yeah.
But he's walking again now.
Praise God.
But
Yeah,
we
praise
have to
God.
make him stop walking.
Yeah, to
really?
kind of let him break, rest it.
Rested, and yeah. So they showed up, and I mean, we did what we followed every procedure urgent care told us to do, which was urgent care. X-ray couldn't do it. Go to the ER. We went to the ER. Honestly, bro, it was a whole bunch of people. No, I'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Um,
All I hear is ching, ching.
we'll talk about that later. A whole bunch of coughing. Satira was in there. It was like, all right, we'll come back first thing in the morning. Anybody, if you want to go to the ER with your kid, the time between 6 a.m., 5 to 7,
Yeah.
you'll go right back there easily. No
that's
wait.
true.
So, just do that. But we went. Everything looked good. They didn't really know what was going on, what's wrong. Probably just a little sprain or something. Like I said, 2 days later, he was trying to walk on it. He was walking on it. They said babies know what they can and can't do. Or toddlers know what they can and can't do. So yeah. He's good now, man. He's in good spirits.
Good, bro.
He still don't want you touching. He say no.
Yeah.
But
Could have been worse, bro.
oh yeah.
Could have been worse.
Oh yeah. So we're good, man. I felt bad though. I called both of y'all.
Yeah.
I felt bad. I was like, man, y'all
I felt this pain though because I've been there before.
Hey, bro, I stepped on my son's foot one time. Dad heard it pop. What? Jaden, yeah, it was bad.
Dang.
Yeah.
It's not a good feeling.
Yeah,
It's
bro,
not a
you
good
feel like
feeling.
you did something wrong, even though you didn't do nothing wrong, and they don't think you did nothing wrong. They just
Oh yeah.
They're resilient though.
yeah, heck
babies.
yeah. So anyway, man, homie therapy was a special homie therapy
Yeah.
today.
It was,
Yeah.
man.
Lou-
It was, man.
I had no idea that you were going through that, bro. I'm not gonna lie
It's
to
been
you.
a journey, man.
Yeah,
It's been 3 years of ER visits. Every specialist you could think of, I've been to. So it's been a journey,
yeah,
but it's just what I have to go through.
yeah, bro.
God.
So yeah,
And I mean, I know we were gonna talk about this way later, but I listened to that podcast with Jada and how she's going through her whole life
Yeah.
dealing with pains, and people are judging her and condemning her about her life and
Right.
the things that she's supposedly doing.
And they don't know the
For
context.
clickbait.
Yeah.
Most of it is clickbait, bro. It's kind of going to lead to the topic. Our culture is led by clickbait, and nobody wants to look up information for themselves. Everybody's just, sheep in a sense.
Absolutely.
And people are master manipulators. I mean,
The
the
algorithm.
internet is crazy. Algorithm is crazy. They see
It's
you
all
like
to
the
distract
video.
us.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's
try
talk
and
about
distract us from what's happening on the other side.
Mm,
It's just coincidence that all this is popping up.
yeah.
No, you're right.
Oh,
And then you keep scrolling and babies'
Wait.
heads getting chopped off. And
Oh, is that? That's what they're trying to distract us
They're
from.
just trying to distract us. Don't get
and
distracted.
that's a history
Provision.
lesson right there
Don't get
too.
Don't get distracted.
This is not
Trevor,
real.
feel free to
Feel
give you a
free to
step
talk
on
to
your
Rag on that.
episode, but I see what you're saying. I see what
Well, bro, I mean, it's crazy. And I'm not picking sides because I really don't know too much, but the Palestine and Israel stuff, bro, it's crazy. It's sad. The United Nations had a vote. And that vote, there was only one, it was to ceasefire, to end that war. There was only one country that was against ending the war. I'm not going to say what country, but I mean, we kind of know what country it was. And there was two that didn't really care, and that was Russia and some other country. That's weird. So I looked up the history of it. In 1947, majority of that land was owned by Palestine. In 2000, it was like nearly a third of it was owned by Palestine. Now, a third. And now today they have a Gaza Strip?
Strip of land.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. But the culture, man.
Yeah.
The topic we're gonna get into it today is hip hop. It's hip hop, the good and bad. Eli, you can present the
Yeah,
topic.
man. Hip hop, we love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
do.
love it. I mean, we're dang near married to it. You know what I mean? Hip hop is It's nothing like it. There's nothing like it, and not just we love it. The world loves it. Hip hop is the number one genre of music. It's been that way for a minute now. But there are some positives and negatives to hip hop, the culture, songs, and how it has affected our people, our children, our way of life, our way of thinking. Kendrick Lamar. What was the five heartbeats that he came out with last year, a couple of years ago?
Oh yeah,
with the
face
that
changes.
was his first single.
Yes,
for the album.
With the the face.
Fuck calling it culture.
Yeah, and he talked about pretty much all the bad that comes with our culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, man, we're going to talk about that today and what we think, how the culture was affected then and how it's affected now, and how much control does hip hop actually have on our lives
As a black culture.
as a black culture?
Yeah, I mean, so let me take that. I love this topic, bro. I am an avid fan of hip hop. I'd say whenever I was young, my dad, my uncle, and my family exposed me to hip hop, and it became a teacher. Like it became a teacher in throughout my life. And so as a young kid and a teenager, I mean, luckily, and I think this is the problem, some people don't have actual teachers in their life, like a father or, a mother, or like positive influences. All they have is rap. And so, I listen to all music. I mean, I listen to 50 Cent, gangster rap, 8-Ball, MJG.
Talk about it.
Bun B, all the South.
UGK.
Like I was hearing drugs, women, killing. And I don't know. I loved it, bro. I loved it growing up. I don't know what it was, but I had the positive role models.
Foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your foundation was already built.
I knew how to filter out that energy. I do think though, if you don't have that, there's no filter. And so it does have it can negatively affect you in a big way. Our music. Certain certain artists.
All genres have this.
Yeah, well, I was saying in rap, not because again,
But there's no
we also
negative
do have
genres like.
bro.
Rap's on a different level of negativity.
Go ahead.
It is, bro.
Go ahead, Landon.
Are we doing like one at a time like
Yeah.
this?
No.
Open
conversation.
combo. Take it from me. Yeah, it's good. You good?
I love rap too.
We did not know that, man.
What it take? I am
take?
a rapper. I make music. I've been making since I was 13.
Yeah.
Fell in love with it back in the day when I was listening to Rakim.
Yeah.
I was memorizing raps. I was memorizing Microphone Fiend.
Yeah.
Back in the Trevor knows.
Yeah.
Man, we know the story, but I guess everybody else got to know.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? So I've been influenced by it.
Yeah.
But like Trevor said, I can separate out. I think it's important that we tell our story.
Right.
Yes.
And if your story is ass and women,
Tell
tell your story.
That's true.
If you're in the strip club, tell what you're seeing.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I understand, it gets to the kids. And when it filters to the kids, that's where we need to get into the media. We need to push them into the positivity side of it.
Right.
But at the same time, bro, if I'm trying to party, I'm trying to kick it. Like, we was at your house.
Right.
It's fun.
We
I wasn't
vibing.
playing
Nas.
Lupe Fiasco. Nigga, what are we doing? No.
Yeah.
We playing
But that's
Rich
the
Baby
hard-
Daddy.
That's the hard balance, though.
Yeah.
But
There you go.
that's the hard
There you go.
balance, like you said.
The
Though.
balance is
There
important.
are kids and people that are listening to. Like I said, when I was young, bro, I was a student. I was young, bro. I was 13. I'm not out there in the strip club, but I loved hearing it.
I know.
I don't know what it was.
I think a good representation of balance. Somebody like Jay-Z, he talks about selling drugs so much,
Yes.
but then he talks about how to make $1 billion buying a painting or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's as he aged, though.
That's as he aged.
Nipsey Hussle, same thing.
Time.
He has a balance. Kendrick, bro, I mean, his first shit was, Good Kid, Mad City is talking about all the struggles, basically, of growing up in Compton. He basically said that's a day, if you listen to the album, that's one day in Compton to him. That whole thing, right? So, but then he brings you into his thought process behind it because, you may be getting, ass and money all the time, but what's his thought process behind it? Because nobody's just in their head. I think we're lazy with how we
Listen.
listen,
Yeah.
but it's also on the artist. How important are they? How are they choosing their words?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
EJ, what do you think?
Wow. I think this is the golden age of. So since we're talking about hip hop, I think this is the golden age of women's hip hop. So
Right.
personally, I feel like for sure.
You're a DJ.
But true. But I'll say the flip side of that is a lot of like when I was outside.
Amen.
You know how many times girls were quoting, like talking to me in a conversation, but quoting Lotto lyrics in a conversation. I'm like, what are you saying? Like, what is you know? Like, so I think to give love to the women, I guess this is the golden ages, but I think it has negatively impacted our conversation,
Right?
And how we communicate and how we talk.
So
it's idolizing, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it
people
is.
just do that. I mean, people still quote Pac and Biggie, bro.
Yeah.
As like what they should do in life. Like, like, you know, there's just so many examples of that, bro. People quote Nas all the time, bro. I mean, it's just we're idolizing these rappers.
It's just what they're talking about is what like the substance.
I think that's the issue where we go to the negative side of the hip hop, because when you think about J. Cole, when you think about Kendrick, you know, they had this vision of what they, as an artist, they felt like that they had to hide their true artistry and their true selves and their true thoughts to make it first in hip hop. So why do we have to damage our culture first and put out damaging music in order to be successful first in hip hop, and then later on bring out the true you? You know, Forest Hill Drive. You know, bring out the true what you were thinking. You know, you got albums like Damn, and then you got Mr. Morale. You know, that's the like why does the music have to be? Because there are artists that comes out and they're more positive. And they're more Fugees. Their run and Lauryn Hill, their run was like maybe 5 years, really, maybe 5 or 3 years.
Right.
That's not very long for how good of what the music that in the 90s. There was this time where positivity was common.
Love,
You had
even the shows
Mos
too.
Def. You know, they're
Mos
positive
Def,
black
his
hip hop was, but it
longevity
left.
was not long.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Mos Def is one, and why is that? Why couldn't we have a longer strand? Now we have people like Cole, but even Cole had to sacrifice his music for like the first maybe 2 or 5, 3 years of his career just to make it first and have like, okay, let me take care of myself first financially. And then because we do have, but they just don't make it. There's a lot of low level, medium level artists out there that do positive music, but they're never going to be on the scale.
I think it comes back to 50 Cent.
It comes back.
I think
speak on that.
blow up.
He dominated.
And him talking about the gangster rap and him talking about his story of getting shot 9 times and how he struggled and how he sold drugs. I really think it inspired this next generation, man. They just pushed it on.
It did.
Because
even though like Kanye came in, you know what I'm saying?
Kanye was a
faked.
breath of fresh air.
He was fake.
No, he said
Breath
it.
of fresh air.
Yeah.
The only thing,
He faked his street life.
you know, it was, and even then, like his music though, like you gotta respect Kanye because it was always Kanye. Like he didn't sacrifice. You know what I mean? Only thing that he lied about was the college drop. I don't think he ever, you know, he dropped out, but he went to college. You know, whatever that deal. But Kanye's like
He did make good music.
Kanye's like the one artist that I can think of that was like a hip hop artist that was like, I'm gonna make my music from the jump and I'm gonna be successful from the jump. And even then, he was playing them Jesus Waltz, and he still wasn't getting signed. You heard the story, Kanye's story, how hard it was. But I feel like if Kanye wasn't making beats for all of those people, Kanye probably would have never made it. If he wasn't making beats for Jay-Z, if he wasn't making beats for, he probably would. They was the only reason why they was giving him a chance is because I need that nigga's beats. Right? You know what I mean? So even Kanye, one of the greatest artists of all time, had something outside of actual rapping about what he wants. He was in the business for other people, and other people were getting advantage from him. So even him, you know what I mean? And then even before 50, you know, Ice-T or whatever, you know,
Ice Cube,
Ice-T, but Ice-T was like, he was the first like real gangster. I mean, he came out there with that, and that was a pop off. Then you got NWA that we're gonna talk about, you know, and
gift and a curse to the culture.
A gift and a curse to the culture, in his eyes. So go ahead, man, explain that, man.
Gift. They brought awareness to life in the ghetto,
Yeah.
life in the hood,
Streets.
and
Police
all that,
brutality.
police brutality, all that. The curse was, that was the beginning of gangster rap, and like we talked about those positive influences. Some people didn't. We just think about. I listened to an interview with Schoolboy Q. His mama worked all the time. He was raised with his grandma. His grandma going to sleep at 6:30.
I already know that picture.
So niggas outside.
I already know that picture. Yeah.
And listening to NWA growing up, niggas think it's cool to carry around AKs everywhere. Shooting, all that. I even listened to another interview. It was Vince Staples was talking about it.
Yeah.
He said, right now, the streets is crazier than it was back then because
kids don't care.
they don't care.
Yeah.
Think about Future song, Percocet, Molly Percocet.
I'm not a Future fan.
Percocet.
Sorry.
It's almost
Molly
like we're
Percocet.
dehumanizing our culture. We're dehumanizing
You see what I'm saying?
black folk.
The people that don't have the foundation, because that's where perspective comes in.
That's what I was
in hip-hop.
trying to get to,
because if you look, to make viewers that are not hip-hop fans kind of understand what we're talking about, the first thing I was introduced to was gospel. So I didn't get hip hop in my life till I was probably 8 years old, and which means Kanye was my first like real introduction to hip hop. And then I had to my mother, she didn't, we didn't listen to hip hop on the radio. It was all gospel, which I love and I'm grateful for. So from then, my foundation was the gospel way. Some people don't have that in their life. Some people don't have that. So their foundation, some people's foundation is Tupac.
Gangster rap.
Yeah.
Tupac, the good of
50
Tupac
Cent.
and the bad of Tupac. 50 Cent, so it's almost, for some people, hip-hop is almost their religion and their way of life.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so that's what I was trying to get to. I didn't really get a chance to get clear with it. So I am a rapper. I've been rapping like Lou, bro, since we were babies. And 50 Cent, these Kanye, these artists influenced me. But because I had a foundation, when I really started to take it serious, like I do now, when I write, I approach it like a classroom. Like because I know people are gonna listen and absorb what I'm saying. So I don't just, although I love gangster rap and although I love, that type of craft, it's filtered, bro.
Yes.
It's filtered and it's conscious. And I think you asked a good question. I can't remember how you served it up, but basically this is why hip hop, it's not a hip hop problem. It's a culture problem.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's what we want.
Yes.
Violence, sex, all that sells. And in black culture, it's like super like mixed together and served up in ways that we latch on to.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, we got kids that don't care, bro. They don't care because why? What they listen to and what they consume, what they believe in
What
is
they don't
street.
have at home.
It's the streets.
Yeah.
And so what rappers and creators and even podcasters
Podcasters is big.
need to realize is, or you got
Come on now.
students.
Yeah.
You got students that are under you. So like, I feel like there's a respect and a discipline that we should take as creators to know like,
Absolutely.
we can't just say anything and everything and what feels good. I know what you're saying. If you have a
But
story.
we used to. When I was young, I was literally just mirroring what I knew, bro. I was mirroring 50 Cent. I was mirroring Drake.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But bro.
And I was just, this is what I thought music was, but we knew what music was, bro. I'm not gonna say it in front, bro. We know R&B. We was locked in gospel. We were in choir.
But what I'm saying,
is,
Lou, if I'm in the streets for real, and I'm a rapper,
if you're in the streets and
I'm in the streets and bro, I'm literally selling O's, and
Dope.
I've got bodies on me, and so like,
you're really in it.
what I'm saying is like, I can tell my story, but bro, there has to be a humane portion inside of
But
you.
that's where the perspective comes
to
from.
be
'cause
like,
that
bro,
person doesn't have
do
that
I want
same-
other people to
They don't have that,
bro.
They don't
Okay,
have
but
that.
what I'm here to say,
humanity.
nigga, that's wrong.
I have
You're older now.
I hear you.
No, but
I'm
even
talking about the young.
I'm saying, okay,
when you
I
were
promise you,
young.
bro. I've seen
Yeah.
interviews of niggas in prison that have lived that life.
Yeah.
And they're sitting in there for life.
Yeah.
And they're screaming at niggas like, go to school.
Yeah.
You don't want
No,
this.
facts, yeah.
Sometimes you gotta live through it, bro.
Yeah.
Some
But that's
niggas
them
have to
at their
get locked
lowest
up.
though.
I know.
Let me.
bro,
I know.
but dang, that's
I know
not
somebody
good.
that's
I know,
very
it's
close.
bad.
We're dying.
I know somebody that's very close to me. I said, bro, how did you get in this life? Y'all probably know what I'm talking about. How did you get in this life? He said, bro, I seen a movie. And I ain't gonna lie, I seen what he did. I liked the thrill of it. I wanted to do that. Simple as that, bro.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Off a movie.
Now, a foundation, circumstances was different. who raised them was different.
Yeah.
So it was just, but like he's talking about, the foundation is important. I remember one time I was singing "Unpredictable" by Jamie Foxx in the car with my pops.
That's some heat.
And my pops paused it. He said, "What you singing? What that mean?" I couldn't tell him.
Right.
Yeah.
So you
Foundation.
You don't even know what you singing, but you singing.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
It's hilarious.
I was like, damn. And so every time I started listening to something, I think about what it meant.
Really what
I
it
listened to this J. Cole interview. I know I keep bringing up J. Cole. It's one of my favorite, obviously.
Yeah.
Cold World.
For sure.
He said, do y'all remember that song? It was on Born Center. He said, I could have made this song talk about I spent $50,000 for this chain.
Yeah.
I spent $50,000 for this chaining day. $50,000 for this chain. He said that could have been the hook. But instead, let me take y'all into my thought process of everything I can do with 50,000. The thought process, and he still bought it.
Yeah.
But he said this is everything he thought about before he bought it.
Yeah.
Same thing, and I think that's what separates.
Yeah.
I think artists lazy.
Yeah.
They don't want to.
Well,
So
let's get into it. Let's get into it.
That's
BJ, you got go before I go.
Cooking.
So let's get into it because, like Trev loves to say on this podcast, let's find some solutions. Right? We keep saying foundation. Why don't we have our foundation? Because of what the system has taken away the fathers. The system has implanted drugs. The system has implanted weapons. The system has kind of created this lifestyle for us not to win in that way. And so now the question is, did we create hip hop or did the system create hip hop? Is hip hop even ours? Because we were put in this situation negatively for their game. You know what I mean? So did did the white masters create hip hop or did we create hip hop? Because we're rapping about
I think it's both.
we're rapping about what we our life.
Yeah.
And who do we say created our problems? Let's not change it now. Like, who do we say? Why are we in these situations? We think about slavery. We think about Crow. We think about segregation.
That's big.
So is hip hop even ours?
Hip hop is definitely ours.
Okay.
Hip hop is black folks.
The hit.
So I'm not even gonna act like I'm super educated on the origins of hip hop. I'm not. I need to do my history, but I need to research.
It's a documentary on Instagram, Netflix.
But what I will say, what I do know is black folks, bro.
I think we
take something, bro. We put our style and our spin on it. Like we are. I feel like we are kind of negative on hip hop right now.
We have so much power as a people.
I know
we can change it.
No, absolutely.
I know. We tell people what's fashion.
I
know. We tell people what songs to listen to, what's popping.
But I kind of want to praise hip hop real quick.
But let's sit right there. No, but I was waiting for someone to say that. I know you're gonna cut because I was waiting for someone to say that. Because there's this white producer or a white
Rick Rubin.
No, he's like an agent. He's like a hip hop not agent. What's the word I'm looking for? A&R. Well,
producer.
He puts out people's music. He I can't think of
Alchemist.
the word. I don't know. I can't think of the word. But anyway, he said he has to get out of it because he was seeing how all the white people that control what gets on the radio, what gets to the kids.
I see what you're saying.
Are
the marketing side of
it. The marketing side of it is hurting black people. Like not hurting, killing, murdering black people.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
Once us as a collective realize that no matter if it's positive or negative, the world's going to follow us anyway.
Yeah.
That's where our power is. Go ahead, Trev.
No, I was just gonna highlight the beauty of hip hop, bro.
Yeah,
I do think we're kind of like
we're shitting on it, bro.
I mean,
we acting like niggas wasn't killing each other before hip hop was even.
It's always been violent.
It hasn't been this bad.
I understand.
It hasn't been this bad, but
and it's not been so young.
And community,
it hasn't been this young.
13, 14. That's a problem.
Community has. Trev, go ahead though. I'm gonna let you.
Yeah, I wrote real quick. What it did for me. It allowed me to embrace who I am, bro. That's what black people do well. And that's what hip hop does well. Embrace, like you said, your story.
Yeah.
You tell it. I feel like it gives everyone a chance to just feel some value of who they are because anybody can tell their story, bro. Everybody's story has power. And from a black man, bro, whenever I make my music and I can just, write about my son's birth or write about a breakup or write about struggles. I've had family and cousins lost in the streets.
Yeah.
Like to be able to tell their story. I wrote a song about Curtis. I wrote a full song about my cousin that was killed. I was like 10. I went to his funeral and there was a big fight at the funeral. Like that was traumatic to me. And for me to be able to put that on paper, I literally like told his full story of what I was able to collect, like from my granny, my auntie and stuff. So like Black folks, we have skill, swag, and we put it into hip hop, bro, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I just think we have to still be able to do that, but realize that we are professors.
Yeah.
And so do it in a way that's crafty, sophisticated, and us, but not in a way to where we're like, this is what you should be doing.
Yeah.
Because that is one thing that we do sometimes. It's like, if you're not in the streets or if you're
And
not
that's
this
what's
way,
funny about it. Yeah.
you're square or you're not Black.
Yeah, because some people,
That's the problem.
there's a group of people, because you just shared your story to me, they will hear, I think your music is hip hop because the way I view hip hop and my definition of hip hop is
hip
not
hop
like
and rap
everyone
is
else.
different.
So what
I miss out on years.
What
I know what you mean.
you're explaining, writing about your son, writing about heartbreak, and writing about all these things, and writing about love. There's a lot of people that love hip hop will say that that's not hip hop.
Nope.
They will say that that's conscious, or that's just poetry.
It's a new branch.
That's just so. What is hip hop like? You know what I'm saying? Like some
I'm
people feel like if it doesn't have the
too.
negative,
It's
if
all
you're not
over.
talking about booty, if you're not talking about the strip club, if you're not talking about shooting somebody, killing somebody, oh well, that's not hip hop. So that's the problem. Like
I'll cuss them out.
you know what I mean? Some people believe that. I don't believe that, but some people believe that.
I think it's truly a culture, bro. I think sometimes we overcomplicate it a little bit. I think it's culture from the movies, from the music, from the way we dress.
Yeah.
I think all of that. And I mean,
I agree, John.
I watched that documentary I was talking about. You know, it all started basically in New York. In New York, they started DJing. DJing was
breakdancing.
breakdancing. So DJing, bro,
DJing.
that's a form of art of hip hop. And so we are, I think it's gotten, I don't know, man. I think just the balance, bro, Boys in the Hood. There was, in that movie, there was some gems that the pops, Jason, the pops, the dad.
Oh,
he was dropping some
his name
Furious.
Yeah, he had a name.
He had
His
a name.
on that.
What's the name?
But he was dropping gems at the same time.
Baby coming.
At the same time, giving you game on what's going on.
Yeah, that's real.
In the hood, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He said
There's a balance.
these guns came that how we poor, but we buying all these guns.
Yeah.
They getting dropped off here.
Buying all these
You know what I'm
chains.
saying?
Yeah.
Like it's
Own nothing.
It's funny though
Don't own
because
nothing.
I fuck with Benny the Butcher heavy.
I do too.
And
I
like
do
Griselda,
too.
and they all like
I mess with his. I mean, he can rap.
he could rap his ass off.
Lan Louie, man, how do you feel about it? What's hip hop to you? Like, what
I think we're saying all this,
'Cause you
and
say
I
we're
feel like
pooping.
this is definitely old head conversation that we're having.
You think
right now.
so?
Definitely.
You think
bro.
so?
The youth, they gonna listen to what they gonna listen to. Like when I get out of here and I go in my truck and I go home, I'm putting on V. I don't know if y'all know who V's is. I'm putting on
Bro,
Yeet.
he has
I'm listening to all these young artists that it's the sonics, bro. Like it's the beats, it's the production, it's the melodies, the way they layer them in now, bro. It's beautiful. It's hypnotizing in a way, and I know that could, you know what I'm saying? It's just I know it's crazy, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like that Rich Baby Daddy song, bro. I keep going back to that.
But it's just like I think it's
ratchet, but
I think it's just the
hits.
damn. I think it's like we keep saying, it's the foundation of it, bro. I think y'all have bro. I know Mr. Carson, bro.
Oh, man.
He's not gonna let y'all. I feel like he's that type of dude. Like he's gonna play y'all some stuff, but if he see y'all
Outkast.
acting like that, bro, hell no.
My dad stopped playing hip hop after the Jay-Z, was it the Black album? You guys probably don't even remember, man. We were in Dad's rodeo. He was booming, bro. He had the 10s in the back.
Yeah, he was smacking.
He was smacking. And we were listening to Jay-Z heavy. And I think he realized, like, dang, I got to stop. Like, Dad stopped listening to hip hop probably like in his 40s.
Yeah,
he was
did.
done with it.
He did. It was because of the
He just let it go.
yeah.
And
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know, man. Man, this is a crazy
With
time,
y'all
but
sons,
it's
though,
just-
what
is
do
there
you
songs
think,
y'all
man?
play without y'all not gonna play with y'all kids in the car?
Say again?
Is there songs that y'all not gonna play with y'all kids in the
You
car?
sure?
I already do that.
My son has only listened to gospel with me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I play hip hop.
Is he the gospel?
I play the edited versions though, but I do play hip hop. Outkast, all the
I play
classics.
hip-hop.
But that's not that's I know we keep talking about hip hop rap, but you're not playing nothing about 10 niggas just died in this one verse.
I mean, I'm not, because honestly, I don't really listen to that right now.
I don't either.
Not as much as I did.
But Landon, why do you think
play though?
Like Young Boy?
They play Young Boy.
Why do you think
Kodak.
that is?
Young
Why
Boy's
do you
not
think that's
bad.
that?
What do I think? What?
Why do you think
he's bad,
like
substance.
why is the negative part of hip hop is so attractive?
It's the violent nature, bro. We're all violent creatures, men, black men. We
That's
just,
no. That's what they want to paint.
I don't like
Whoa.
that,
That's what they
Trev.
want to paint is that
I knew
we're
you were gonna
violent.
bring
I don't like
I
that,
knew you-
Trev. I didn't like
men
that.
are naturally violent.
No,
we
we're
suppress
not.
it.
No, we're
I don't.
not.
You said black
Wait,
men.
you said black
We're
man.
not.
Yeah. You got to
Okay, well, men in general.
I don't
Okay,
think
yeah.
so.
And I'm a black man.
I asked this white dude at my job.
I
I
don't think
said
We're not naturally violent.
because
I don't think
he's
we're
like
naturally
a.
violent.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
I asked
I'm
this
not.
white dude at my job.
Yeah.
I asked this white dude at my job, bro.
We suppress violence. You
I
play
said, because he listened to hip hop, he was sending me some, his favorite album is AT Aliens. You know what I'm saying? And I said, what do white people talk about in their music? He says,
football. That's a good question.
he says, they don't really brag much. If they're bragging about, generational wealth, or they're bragging about a boat they just bought.
Or a woman.
They're not bragging about women.
They don't brag about
They
it.
don't brag about women. We're the only
Not
ones
too
that
much.
brag about taking another man's woman.
That's so that now that's a heavy topic.
We're the only ones
That is
that
heavy.
brag about
He's talking.
calling our neighbors broke niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or catching bodies.
Or catching bodies.
Catching
That's
bodies.
what I'm
Wait, I
saying.
don't like
And then,
that
and then
shit.
we're
I know y'all hate
wondering.
on it,
But here's the thing. But then we're wondering
When
why.
you flexing, no, go ahead.
But
go ahead,
that's
bro.
not a flex to me.
It is.
You're
though.
If I made you a
negatively-
millionaire, that's a flex.
That's
to
a
me.
flex. If
If I helped you become a millionaire.
you're
I don't know,
negatively
bro.
affecting
I
the
understand.
black, and then people like, why can't black
It's
people
negative.
get together?
It's
like, why
negative,
can't black
but it
people like
sells.
come together? Because we can't come together because all we do is talk about hurting each other.
So let me just say, I totally
get it,
agree.
man.
Like, all we do is talk about robbing each other.
But what I'm saying, Eli, though, Drake
yeah,
is the biggest sophisticated shit talker in his music about how many women he gets from other
Yeah,
niggas.
he is.
And
He
he
is.
drills and calls hits. Like,
He is.
But it
we
sounds
love
good.
it because
Hip-hop
why? It's
started from that.
Yeah.
The first song, the hip hop, the hippie. He's flexing in that rap, bro. If you pull
about
up the
his
lyrics,
chains. He's
Yeah.
cocky.
that's the first song.
yeah. But back then it was more about what you had on. It wasn't more about
what
Yeah.
you're doing, your
other
actions
people's
to other people.
wives,
I
and
think
it was.
he might have
They
said like,
were talking about
"Your
being
girl with
fly.
me."
Back in that
I don't know what
day,
the
back in
nigga
that
said.
day, they were talking about their chain.
That's what Drake
the
does to
hat
me.
they
He's
had on.
talking about himself.
Drake mainly talks about, and then having these hoes. I mean, you know what I mean. And then he has his ways about being
cold with it.
negatively and
He's
toxic.
cold.
But I'm saying though, but what makes Drake so different is Drake to me is the first hip hop artist to be as open and as I mean, he talks about therapy. You know, he talks about how his therapist.
There's
run
a
his
balance.
life. You know, there's
It's a balance.
And, but Drake's balance really, if you ask, it depends on who you ask. Some people think Drake is more on the soft side.
Right.
You know what I mean? For the longest, he was known as more on the
Light-skinned,
soft
singer,
side
rapper.
until Certified Lover Boy and what came before that. If you're reading this, it's too late. Then he started kind of flexing on niggas, you know.
Yeah.
But niggas thought
Nothing
stuff
was
was
the
sweet.
same, was
Nothing
not a-
was the
no
same. Was a
flexing
lot
on
of
that.
singing about love and how he's
Was.
confused about.
That's true.
You know, so Drake was very honest and views. I mean,
What do you think about his new album?
Oh,
Was this
here we
wrong?
go.
That's what that was a good question.
Here
Yeah.
we go.
That's great.
Landon's challenging me.
Yeah, I just
but
want to know.
I think I'm the biggest Drake fan in here. I love Drake. I defend Drake like he's my freaking brother or something like that. Like I met him. Like I freaking met
I
him.
know this guy.
Like I
Take this nigga
freaking
to a
met him.
concert.
I honestly believe Drake
Take
has
his shirt
not
off.
dropped an album that was lower than a 7 rating.
Mm.
I think all his albums are either 8 and up for me, and then I have 2 7s, which is
Honestly, never
More
mind.
Life and I don't count Honestly Nevermind because it wasn't a hip hop album, but
That's good though.
it was.
That's good.
It,
I liked
he's,
it.
he's got some good stuff on
Oh
there.
man,
But
Clean your house too.
More Life, More Life, and then this one that he just dropped For the Dogs. One thing about Drake for
It's
me,
a 7.
it was a 7.
Wait,
it's one of his
you think
albums.
Honestly Nevermind was better than For the Dogs?
Honestly, no, I'm not
Oh,
counting that.
then
I'm not
he-
counting
I
that
was
in
about to say,
this.
he
I'm
was-
not. No, I'm not.
He would've
I'm
said
not.
that.
I'm not saying that.
go ahead.
But what I'm saying is,
This is getting clipped.
yeah, no, it can get clipped. I'm
And
fine with
tagged
that. Mm,
to champagne.
Very extremely fine with
Champagne
that.
poppies.
One thing I appreciate about Drake is I think he is the greatest album dropper of all time. Even Michael Jackson, we talked about it earlier. Michael Jackson has 4 albums that are 10s, but after that,
Uh-oh.
they cool. You know, they cool. They cool. You know what I mean?
Name 3 songs
Kind of
from all
take
of
is
them.
that, bro?
But I'm just go back. You got Thriller. You got Off the Wall.
Are you missing the Jackson 5? Am I losing my
No,
mind?
we're not counting
That's
the
not-
Jackson 5.
that don't count.
We're not
Talking
counting the
about
Jackson 5.
solo-
I'm talking about
solo-
solo. I'm talking about
the Jackson
solo.
5?
I'm talking about solo album. Listen, I'm talking about
8.
solo. I know. Right. Once I thought about that, I heard
Sing it.
his
Like
song.
he's a grown ass man.
I heard his
Talking about,
song
"Baby,
drop.
where are you?"
I heard his song drop, and I was like, "Well, he can't compare himself to Michael no more because
Yeah,
Michael's that age. He was on some real, you know. Even though
That was a young man.
that dang near is my favorite song from the album. Don't talk to my man like that. I like
That shit was
it. But
trash.
anyways,
Yeah, that was terrible.
That shit was trash.
Bow Wow.
the reason why I put
Clears him. Bow Wow clears him.
Easily. That was the
Okay.
greatest.
So let me get to it real quick.
Let him
Let me
cook,
get to it
let
real
him cook,
quick.
let him cook.
Let me explain the album. Of course, Drake has great songs on the album. I mean, 8 a.m. You know when it comes with the time punches. You know, 8 a.m. in Charlotte. What is it? What would Pluto do? You know, he has these songs on there, and there he's snapping, he's rapping, I think all the songs Drake has said some stuff where I was like, okay, even though first person shooter, like I think that was an alley oop to shout out to Cole.
It was a bad idea.
Love Cole. No, it wasn't a bad idea.
great
It wasn't a bad idea. I think because
Drake should have never
if
let
you,
that man
if you
on.
know, no,
okay.
it's not about that.
He did
because-
lap him, but
yeah, it's not about that because when Drake, when they're in concert together, Drake always preaches to the crowd and J. Cole. He be like, "Hey, bro, you that nigga. Stop this third place stuff. You that nigga. And you know what? I'm gonna bring you on my album. I'm gonna show you. You know,
And you know that was
it's not even gonna be
Cole's first #1, right?
come on now.
It's crazy.
Cole's first #1, and Drake said, "Don't even mention it." You know, he said it in number 8. I mean, he's just don't even mention it. You know.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Drake got the formula.
Drake has the formula, but this is the first album that I'm like, dang, 4 or 5 of these songs sound exactly alike. I never thought that in a Drake album.
Yeah.
4 or 5 of these songs sound exactly alike, and his hooks was not impressive. I even like the where he's talking about, but hit him in daylight or whatever, shot him in daylight. The hook sucks so bad, I don't like the song. Shot him in daylight. Shot him in day. I've never heard Drake be so lazy, and I love this man. Like I love this man.
It's the Yachty influence.
And why is
By
Yachty
the way,
influencing you? Like,
best
that song with Lil Yachty,
They're like buddies.
that song with Lil Yachty, I did not download. I hated that
buddies,
song.
man.
Drake did his thing, but listen, man.
I'm dead serious.
Why are you
Listen, why are you? You're Drake. Like, why are you influenced by? I mean, you can be influenced by whoever you want,
It's Yachty.
but
That
Shot Him in
bigger
Daylight
too,
was
bro.
so. Listen, man. I respect
But what if he
Drake.
didn't make that for the car ride?
It doesn't matter what he made it for. I don't want to hear that in the car. I don't want to hear that in the
I
car.
don't think that song was for that.
I don't want to hear.
That was
A
for
lot of
me
these songs
when
was
I
not.
DJ.
A lot of these songs was not for me.
The fans.
And here's another thing that me and my wife was also disappointed about. She's also a huge Drake fan. Drake does not have to drop an album where he's rapping on 15 songs just straight, you know. He doesn't have to have an album with Middle of the Ocean, 8 a.m., you know, all his, you know, staples and, you know, his where he's just straight rapping with the niggas. Like, you know, one of my favorite songs is Western Roads from
Western Road
Views.
Flows.
I bought this shit from my nigga Rennie.
He snapped. But here's the thing though.
couldn't buy
When
pizza
you
'cause we
have
was down
when
at
you have an
Penny's.
album named For the Dogs, and
wait,
you're
wait.
still talking about
You keep saying for the dogs.
For all the-
It's
for all the
dogs.
I'm sorry, for all the dogs.
So it's not just for you.
Yeah.
It's for the girls. It's for the street niggas. It's for
But
the
when I hear
this, it's
dogs,
for
I
the
think
that.
of niggas, man. I think of dudes.
I think of
of
dogs.
niggas.
I think cats
see
are
what
women.
you
You see the
did
women.
there.
Come on, man.
All the dogs.
It's for all the dogs. It's not just for some of the dogs. It's not for my rap dogs.
He has
It's for my girl
But that's,
dogs.
but that's,
It's for my this
but I know
dogs.
Drake is
But-
always gonna, and he tricked me. Here's the thing though, because you drop Certified Lover Boy, and when I see the album, I'm like, bro, he gonna be doing so much singing on. That's one of my favorite. He was rapping on that thing. And here's the thing, I think this time Drake wasn't motivated. He didn't have no beef.
He was on tour.
He was beefing.
had no
He was
beef.
beefing with Kanye when he dropped. He was beefing with Pusha when he made Scorpion or Scorpio, whatever his name.
Scorpion, yeah.
He didn't have no beef. He didn't have no.
Yeah.
Drake needs inspiration because he is that guy.
Yeah, it's cool.
And when you're that guy, he's like, okay, this was like one of the least motivated albums I've ever heard from Drake.
I got
I was, yeah.
That's
but
a
I
good
love.
take.
There's
I
some.
don't
There,
know.
listen, I still downloaded. I think there's 23 songs, and I say
23
maybe
songs is
15.
crazy.
I say 23 songs is a long
15?
album. I think I say 15 or 15
That's a
or 14.
lot of songs. That's an album in itself that you
is.
like.
But listen, me, Eli,
You know what I'm saying?
listen. Okay, listen. For me, compared to the rest of his stuff, it was a 7.
Okay.
Compared to everyone else's stuff,
yeah.
it's still an 8 or
Yeah, it's
9.
9, yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But when I
see.
compare it to Drake's
It's like Pat
catalog,
Mahomes.
yes,
Yeah, it's like
when
this year,
I'm not
it's great, but it's not. You haven't seen, you know.
exactly. It's a 7 for me because like
I can take that.
I
was
don't
expecting worse.
I don't download only 70% of Drake's album. I don't ever do that.
Yeah.
I did that this time. Almost 50%, 60% this time.
I'm honestly not upset with you.
I've never done that before. I always like, this is how I listen to a Drake album. I save all the songs and then I listen to it.
Yeah.
I listened to this album 3 times in a row and I deleted a song. I deleted a song because I'm like, man, I've never been halfway through a Drake song and like, man, should I save it? I like that part, but should I save it? It's never a question.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's just what it was for me. And I still love Drake. Drake's still number one, but I thought this one was this is right above More Life.
I wanna spin this back to the hip hop stuff because that's a great take. We've been waiting on your review, by the way.
Thank you.
You two are very much in R&B. You as well, Eli. I mean, Trev, I know we like R&B, but I don't be singing R&B. So, but BJ, you're an R&B artist.
Yeah.
Lou, you're an R&B artist as well.
That's why I didn't have no take for hip hop. I'm not.
It's R&B. Well, R&B. That's what I want to talk about. R&B is hip hop.
R&B's done.
It's R&B
Is
hip hop.
No.
I think so.
I think so.
They're connected though.
I think they're
Hip hop
So
and R&B.
I think when you added the conjunction to like your gospel ties. So I think it was you, Eli. So because of my foundation was gospel, the easier way to transition into like the worldly would have been R&B because they're still talking about love. You could be talking about love of, I mean, we can assume that they're talking about a girl.
Yeah.
But you could be talking about like if you really listen to like an R&B song, it could very well be a gospel song because they're not saying so.
You can easily switch it up.
Yeah, so it's like
unless it's one of those,
And the runs are the same, man.
super world.
All of it is very similar.
Yeah. So no, R&B is not.
I don't think R&B is dead.
That's why I love Kanye so
I think,
much. For the men, I think it's for the men. R&B is dead. The women.
Wait. We're saying R&B. People are saying R&B is dead.
The women.
I don't think so, bro.
No, I think
There's no shot. Have you heard SZA?
Oh no, the women are keeping R&B alive. Yeah.
Males, there is no. I can't think of
Black. He's not really
R&B.
R&B.
Hold on. 1 second.
Oh, BJ, give you on.
Chris Brown is dropping
11/11.
November 11th.
Is he R&B?
That's relax.
He has R&B songs.
What?
R&B.
Giveon, Daniel Caesar.
I think he's pop. Daniel Caesar's not.
Pink Sweat. I don't know if y'all know who Pink Sweat is.
Giveon's
There's a whole bunch of
Giveon is R&B.
I'm not saying he's not.
I think it's because here's the thing. I think that's the difference. Back then, niggas used to love being like, bro, there used to be R&B groups of 5 niggas.
Now, that is dead. That's
dead. Talking about Boyz II Men.
That's the greatest
Boyz II
R&B.
Men.
But that's the difference. I think R&B for men has to be a group. It feels like because when it's one person other than R. Kelly, other than Neo, other than Usher, I don't know, not just one man. I mean,
Giveon is really good.
Because I don't think you're tapped in. Like, so I just looked at my phone. James Fauntleroy, y'all probably don't know who that is.
Come on, man.
So it's like R&B's not dead at all.
I think like we're talking about what we get fed. What we get fed is. We're not getting fed black men getting y'all's feelings.
Right.
We're getting fed women.
That's
even in R&B though, they're not talking about. It's not the same like topic as the 90s. It's more of these hoes. It's on these hoes still.
No,
you don't think so?
No, sir.
I don't think so, man. When you hear like
telling the story.
what's the guy's name?
Eli's on the right track. He just you need to work on that research because I agree with Eli, bro. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
I don't think it's the same. But that's okay though. I mean,
I do think R&B is involved. Like I said, I look at hip hop as our culture.
Yeah.
I think me
too.
Basketball. I think basketball, the way certain Jamal Crawford plays is very hip hopish to me.
Yeah, that's the type. Allen Iverson.
How Allen Iverson brought hip hop to basketball.
Yeah.
You know
John
what
Morant.
Oh God!
Come on now.
John Morant. Oh yeah.
Oh wow!
But
I don't like.
I'm not a big fan of Ja.
But like I agree though, because Mary J is not a hip hop. She's not necessarily a rapper.
Mary J is hip hop.
J is hip hop. Mary J is R&B.
Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah is hip hop. She's not. I think Mary J is R&B, but she's hip hop. Like the hoops, the videos, the way she dressed. That's so hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, but
culture.
The actual music she makes is R&B.
So I just want to put. I just wanted to put that out there. I do think R&B. I don't look at hip hop as a genre of music, and only I see it in movies. I see
he's right.
like fucking Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, Bad Boys, bro. That's a hip hop
You think so?
cultural type of movie.
I don't know. About
I
that.
do, bro.
You think so?
I do.
Yeah, there's some.
I
I
think
it's just black folk.
Black excellence.
Yeah, it's black excellence.
Is
But
black
that's-
excellence
It's
hip hop?
reverberating.
That's
Kinda.
culture, bro.
I don't think so.
It's kind of tethered to it a
how
little bit, but not-
how they answered the door when old dude was
I
trying to
love
pick up
that
his
scene.
daughter.
That was
that's
hip-hop.
some.
Yeah, that
That's
was
some.
definitely-
hip-hop.
I think that's culture.
It's
yeah,
a
hip-hop,
culture.
yeah,
I think our
hear you.
culture we narrow it down to genre a lot,
much,
but
yeah.
I think that's our culture.
It's the same thing in other cultures too, like with country music, with rock. Like you look at those type of people that
Yellowstone.
listen to that stuff. Yellowstone. You look at the type of people that listen to that. It does kind of mirror their life and what they're into, bro. Like country music, they're typically what cowboyish
Yeah,
vibe.
horses.
They're wearing boots, they're wearing cowboy hats, real
Big
out in the
belts.
world,
Proud of their
You
little
know what I'm saying?
woman.
They're
Yeah.
proud of it.
Yeah.
So it does kind of. It's tethered to us, bro. Like hip hop is us.
It is us. No.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so I'm just here, like you said. I don't want us to.
I don't know.
I don't want our visionaries to think that we're giving them. Oh fuck hip hop!
No,
Oh, this
we
hip
love
hop is
hip-hop.
bad.
He love hip hop.
I think hip hop is important. I think hip hop has made us who we are. Soul food is hip hop.
That's right.
I think our how we live our lives and how we talk, the way we speak, our vernacular, the way we shake each other's hands, it's an art. Handshakes are an art.
Yeah, it is.
So art
Come
is the
on now.
word we've missed this whole time.
We've been
Hip
talking
hop
about
is an
handshakes for a
art.
minute.
It's an art.
You're
It's
right.
an art.
Handshakes are the way we operate, bro, is an art. The way when you get in your car, you get a new car. What's the first thing you do? Adjust your stereo to make it sound
How you, want
how
it to
you
sound.
need it to sound. You turn up the bass.
Come on now.
I do turn up the bass.
Come on now, who does it?
I know.
Guilty.
So
I turn up the bass.
I touched the
You
treble.
used to have
Oh, yeah,
freaking
you gotta touch
tens
the
in
treble a
your
little
car,
bit.
bro.
Listening to R&B.
Come on.
No,
now.
That's
bro.
all right. That's
yeah,
okay.
but that's
It's
the
part of the culture.
it's speakers. What? Who?
I didn't want those speakers. Though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway, yeah, I
But
think-
anyway,
I think,
but let's
I
get
didn't
to our
wanna
hot
do that.
topic
Go
real
ahead, go
quick.
into the hot topic.
yeah.
So we got about 10 minutes to speak on our hot topic today, and there's a lot of noise going around. Jaden Will.
Oh no.
I remember Eli said that slap was the most beautiful thing he ever seen.
I do
Is it
remember
still
that.
beautiful, Eli?
I think now it's even more beautiful.
Oh my God.
God, Eli.
Go ahead and take y'all takes before I go because everybody disagrees.
No, please go first.
No.
I think a lot of people are just. Go ahead, Lou. I
No,
want
you
you
go
to
ahead. You got
We
it.
watched the interview.
No, I want you
Please
to go.
let Eli
I really
go
want to hear
first,
what you have to
please.
say.
I watched the interview, and she was talking, bro, like real talk. Like she was like, Will was going through a lot at that time. That's what she said. He just got finished filming The Emancipation. He was having to go to therapy for that because it was so much, man. Being in that, thinking like the slave and having all that trauma.
Yeah.
They've been separated, which I didn't even know that.
No.
I didn't know they were separated since 2016.
No one knew. Except for
And
them.
he invited her to come to this event with him. She said she was so excited. She was like, "Oh, because they're like friends, bro. They're like they love each
They're
other."
a family.
So she was like, she was excited. And I think it was all that, and to see like the disappointment on her face, it just all came to a head. And he went and did what he did.
Yeah.
There is some beauty in that, protecting your friend in this situation, or I guess it's no longer his wife. I don't know. What is she?
Oh God! Did you listen,
You know what I'm
did you
saying?
listen to the
Partners.
interview?
Did you
Life
hear the part
partner.
where she said,
Did you-
I
you
was
didn't listen
more
to the whole
surprised of the fact that he said wife other
Yeah,
than
he
him
said
slapping
wife.
her?
I know.
Yeah.
No, but other than that, we're not gonna talk about the slap.
Okay.
I just want to talk about the scrutiny coming at Jada right now. With everything that she's been going through right now, bro, I feel like it's kind of like Will was with the slap. Everybody is coming down on their family. Just like the situation with August Alsina, everybody's coming down on their family.
Yeah.
And just hearing the shit that she's been going through, bro, it's crazy. And luckily, I felt like I was one that's always defending them
Yeah.
in a sense.
Mm.
But it's crazy that, like, how quick, talk about culture, our culture can turn against you.
I know.
Man.
And I'll take that real quick. So I'm glad that we're not just on the let's pile on Jada train, because I do think we say this, we're so serious and when it comes to mental health and how we support people that
Come
are
on, Trevor.
yeah.
You going there?
Yeah, we're supposed to support people that seek help and that are going through things. We should be there for them.
Yeah.
But the people that don't take the time to research and actually listen to these interviews, but they're hopping on these podcasts, they're hopping on Twitter, they're hopping on Instagram, and they're just tearing Jada down.
Mm-hmm.
Don't realize that, bro, this woman was a depressed and sick woman for a long time. I highly recommend people to go watch an interview between Jada and
Jay Shetty.
Jay Shetty.
Jay Shetty.
So I think I got to like an hour into that interview, and I realized, bro, she was broken for years.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a woman.
Perspective a little bit, right?
It did, bro. Because I'm not gonna lie, the first day I was like, "Dang, bro, she's foul."
Right.
This nigga went and slapped Chris Rock for her, bro. I would be running away from her ass, bro. Like I was one of those guys. I didn't go out and say it publicly because I'm
on the podcast.
I'm human. Did I?
Yeah, on the podcast.
Which podcast?
Our
Ours.
podcast.
Clear vision.
We remember.
Which one?
Receipts.
Oh yeah,
Clear Vision
absolutely.
podcast.
Back then, again, when I didn't have the context, but I'm talking from
The new stuff.
the
that came
new
out.
stuff that just
Oh, okay,
dropped.
got you.
I was like, I was with the culture, bro.
Yeah,
I was like,
at first.
oh, this nigga Will tripping.
Yeah.
He should be ghost.
Mm-hmm.
But not realizing that, bro, this woman was sick. And a way for her to heal was to put pen to paper and tell her truth. Whether it's true, she wrote that book. She wrote her own autobiography, basically. And that was healing to her because this woman was suicidal. She speaks on that.
2011.
We're talking
That's
about
recent.
10 years of pain. And so I get it. We don't like it because we thought something.
We don't understand.
We thought we had our own perceptions of what it was, and it wasn't. So we look at her like a liar and all this. But bro, first off, that's not our business. Secondly, we didn't have the context. Now there's some more context out there. We haven't heard Will, but I imagine Will supported.
We did.
He has a book too.
He wrote in on her episode.
Oh, he did? Okay, I hadn't seen
read
that.
the
Oh,
book.
did he?
and everything. You gotta watch the full interview. It's
Bro,
beautiful.
it's beautiful, bro. Like, bro, we are so flawed as people, bro.
Right.
And when we look at celebrities, there's a lot of them, man, they keep things to themselves and they don't tell the truth, bro, like what's really going on. And I think it's shocking that they're so open with the red table talk. I think it's just like, wow, like this is how but bro, life is hard. And the way that you can get through it, if that's having just a friendship with Will and you doing your own thing, if that's how you can get through this life, I mean, the older I get it, man. Right. I used to hear old heads come and be like, enjoy what you got, enjoy your youth, you in your 20s, even on football, like niggas would come and be like, enjoy football, like, it'll be gone. I was just like, oh yeah, okay. What are you talking about? You're old. Like, what are we? Yeah. I got like 10 years, you know what I'm saying, before I'm 30. Now I'm 30, God.
Crazy.
And it's just
Praise
like,
God,
you realize that people are hurting.
Yeah.
People have vices. People are out there suffering in the world. And I'm glad I have God in my life, but some people don't, bro. And if you got to find it, however you find it, that's to get through, it is what it is. Right. That's just kind of what I've been on lately, man. It's just,
DJ, what
you know,
I just couldn't.
Did you watch the interview?
Imagine.
It was 2 hours. I watched like an hour of it. But I will say through all of it, the only part that I don't agree with is just the fact that they had to kind of expose it to the world.
So you don't agree with it from a like therapy type of standpoint?
I think they could have, all this could have been handled
In-house.
within their home. A lot of that, because the reason why the world is tripping because it's out of tradition.
Right.
But people's doing that stuff.
All over.
People, some of our, I don't know if
It's
my
a lot-
parents
it's
are
a lot more
separated.
normal
Right.
than-
I just know what I see.
Yeah.
So I just won't know because I don't know. So I think the part that I don't agree with is them kind of just letting it
Public.
all.
But what if it's
out.
just like it's so old and they've already healed from it that they don't really care? Because honestly, it seems like they don't really
If
care.
you watched
both
it,
of them.
I'm gonna go ahead and give mine.
Please?
If you watched it, first of all, just to point out, did you watch the full interview?
Not the full one.
Okay, so
I've watched them enough throughout my.
So we have, kind of same ordeal. We're like this culture that's so quick bait and so opinionated. But then when where it's actually coming from the well, we don't even watch the full interview.
Right.
But we got so
We'd
much
rather
to
let
say.
somebody else do
We'd
it.
rather let the internet tell us what's going on than to really accept and take what from the actual person.
Right.
Let me point that out first. And two, one thing that we're missing as a people, and I'm not just talking about black people, the world, we want to put gratification over grace so many times in situations that we just don't understand. We want to be like, I knew it. I was right, rather than hearing what Jada is actually saying and taking her and looking at her as a human being.
That's right.
So I listened to the entire interview with my wife, and we had a lovely time listening to her speak, and we related in so many ways.
Bro, she said when she was 7, her dad said, "I can't be your dad."
And she said she loved that from her dad. She loved that so much because her dad was the first person to be honest with her, and honesty is what she values the most. Now, for the people that didn't watch the interview, just really quickly, she spoke about Pac. She spoke about everything, pretty much the slap, and she spoke about her and Will. So if you're wondering like what she said, she basically said that her and Will has been separated since 2016. Of course, her and Will know, and the kids know, and that's all. And they wanted to keep it like that. They've been separated. They're still married, but they've been separated. And right now, they just agreed that they can't live without each other, no matter what that looks like. They never had an open relationship. They never had, but they was like, they just can't pull away from each other. They've tried so many times. They just can't live without each other.
That's deep, bro.
And so they're like, we're going to just keep learning this life together. Whatever that looks like from the outside world, they're at the point to where it doesn't even matter. Now, the reason for the book, when I first got told the information, someone said it, she said it like in an interview or whatever. I had no clue that she wrote a book for healing. You know what I mean? A book that she didn't want to write. If you listen to the beginning of the interview, a book that she didn't want to write. But I know BJ said he doesn't agree with the book being wrote and it being put out into the public, but I'm a person that in my relationship and in life in general, in my point of view and my perspective, however you have to get your healing, get your healing. Because it doesn't matter. You know, to me, it's like, however you got to get that healing, because if you listen to the interview, they say the man has to take it on the punch, be a man, and you got to Jada carried all of that. She carried the entanglement table, where Jada was going to go to the table by herself and say, hey, this is what happened, and we haven't been together since 2016, and I'm going through a healing process, and we're both going through a healing process together. In the middle of the shoot, Will wasn't ready. So what Jada did was she said, even though we're not together, we're still married, and that's my partner. They agreed to be partners. So she protected her partner. She took the bad guy role and protected her partner, and I applaud her for that. And now Will was ready, she's ready, and now we have this book. So I feel like there's no betrayal, and too many times the internet wants to make a certain person, I mean, they get paid off of that. They want to make a certain person look a certain way. No matter what, reality is, no matter what the truth is, a marriage is always, it's none of our business anyway. I'm saying the same stuff I said about the slap. We have no idea what they're going through and what their situation is and what their marriage is. It's true. And that night, even though they wasn't together at the Oscars or whatever, the night of the slap or whatever, Will protected his partner. And to be honest, I ain't gonna let nobody talk about my, whether we're together or not, that's still the mother of my children that I adore the most. There's no greater treasure. You know what I mean? Even, I don't want to say personally, but, in my wife's, life, or whatever, her mom and her younger brothers and whatever, their dad's not together. But I'm telling you, if we're at a football game and a man disrespects her mom, they ain't been together forever. He's still gonna make shake. Because that's just the way it is. That's just how love is, So
I respect it, bro.
Man. I feel like we need to respect this woman in her healing process, and whatever that looks like for her, it doesn't matter what everyone else thinks. I'm with you. It doesn't matter.
I'm honestly, bro. I'm right here with
the best thing that matters is she's continuing life and she's not killing herself.
Yes.
That's honestly, exactly, bro. Because this woman is a mother. She is a daughter. She is a friend. She is a cousin. She is a wife. She's still a wife.
I totally agree with you, bro.
It's a life, bro. And like I said, it's a good interview. Just from what I started, bro, it's a great interview.
Watch the whole interview. I encourage you guys. And hear what Will said about the book and how encouraging and proud of her he was.
Her life was everybody. I think that's the beauty, and it's crazy how everything ties in. We talk about expressing our stories. BJ, I know I don't want to put too much out there. You're in the process of kind of a book, right? Writing a book. So it's like I think that's one of our duties, and I talked to you about it, bro. Our job is to tell our stories because there's somebody that think they alone. You know what I'm saying? I've never been suicidal, but I know there's somebody else that is, and somebody that feels they shouldn't be. And that's what's, you know, there's somebody going through something you're going through too, and think they're by themselves thinking, I mean, it's just,
that's powerful.
The way I think that's we're mirrors of each other, bro, in certain ways. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the beauty of being here, bro, and being present and talking and telling our truth. Music, bro, somebody relates to something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kendrick in that song Fear, he talked about when he was 7, he thought this was how he was gonna die. Maybe only 30 people relate to that, but he said he was 14. Maybe 1 million people related to how thought I'm probably probably die walking home from the candy house. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
and
people can relate and grasp onto that.
And then, now they know they're not alone. Because a lot of times solitude is like,
that's probably why Jada and them are putting that out, bro. There's probably other people going through the same
And
stuff.
that's what she mentioned, to help somebody.
Is that what she said?
To help someone.
Yeah, to help
To
someone.
heal and help.
So it's
And the bravery behind
I like
that.
them more.
Could you imagine?
I'm telling you, bro.
Could you imagine standing in front of just your family, say the church, just your family, and telling them the deepest secret you have, not from your husband, but between you and your husband, to heal and to help the church? Could you imagine doing that? How much courage that takes?
be a lot.
It's power, bro.
Jada, I hope you hear this. I love you. I love you. Will, I love you. You know?
One last thing that really hit me, bro, because she would get questions like, "Man, you have a family, you have all this money, you have a house. Why are you unhappy?" And a lot of people ask that question, and what people don't realize, like, that is not a good question to ask. If someone is unhappy, allow them to be unhappy and try to be there for them to heal. Like, because I get that too, bro. Like, when I'm sad and I get into like these depression phases, I'm like, I look around, I see my crib, I see my family, I see my wife. I'm like, bro, what's wrong with you? That's shame, and that does not help.
Yeah.
And so that was powerful for me,
Forget
bro.
you're a human, man.
Yeah, everybody go through it.
People forget.
yeah, bro, we're here to inspire, bro. We're here to be, what'd you say, BJ, a lighter?
A lighter.
We're here to be a lighter, lighters.
Lighter.
Praise God.
And so, this is the Clear Vision Podcast, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Trevor, where can they find us
Find
at?
us
Bro?
at YouTube. Be sure to subscribe, leave a comment in all podcast stores that you listen to your podcast. We're there. So tap in, leave a 5-star rating, and put somebody on. If you're listening to it right now, put somebody on.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy.
And y'all been doing a good job with that. I've been seeing it.
Facts.
I've been seeing it.
Yeah.
Eli, how can they get in contact with us, brother?
If you are ready to heal, and if you want to use Clear Vision Podcast for your healing, clearvisionpod@gmail.com. You like that? Clearvisionpod
He gave us the
at
eyebrow.
gmail.com. Man, let us or allow us, give us the privilege to share your story,
Give me that pen.
and
Eli.
hopefully help someone and help yourself.
Amen.
Because if you are damaged and you're not at your best, then you can't be at your best for everyone else.
Yeah, that's deep.
Well,
Clearvisionpod@gmail.com.
There we go.
Yeah.
BJ.
So I want to talk to Jada.
Whoa.
Is she still Smith?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Just call it
Jada
both.
Pinkett Smith.
That's her full name.
I've seen her. $, Clear Vision Pod. Please bless
something positive.
Please bless our cash app.
we support you, Jay.
We support
There we
you
go.
From the culture.
from the culture.
Yeah.
So on behalf of the culture, please bless us. $, Clear Vision
Somebody
Pod.
tag her, please.
That's crazy.
Everybody, hey, if y'all see this, everybody in the comments tag
Jada, man.
Jada Pinkett
We
Smith,
support you.
please.
And Will.
Jada Pinkett
And Will.
Smith.
For the support, because it takes
Yeah.
Real quick, John, I'm sorry. Lou, I just want to say I love you, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And you're a natural behind this mic, bro.
Yeah, you are.
Love you, man.
We need to
Please
have you
come
back.
back again, bro. Be here more often, bro. Please, bro. Fix your chain real quick, bro. Good.
Awesome, my good.
Yeah, you good. No, but for real, man, love you, bro. Thanks for coming. How was it being a vision, being on the pod?
Feels good, man.
Yeah. Do it make you feel
Chopping
warm?
up with the boys. That's what it feels like, man. It's cool. I like it, man.
It's a vibe, bro.
Guys
Man,
got,
you got anything to
you guys
share?
got good points. I feel like I learned a lot today.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Yeah, from you guys.
I learned something from you, bro.
Yeah, man.
I learned, honestly, bro, and it's real quick. I know we ain't got too much time, bro. Follow us on Instagram at Clear Vision Pod. One thing I learned from you, bro, is we also can't take shit too serious. Something small that you said, and I know you said Trev may say little things, and that's one thing I do enjoy. I believe God speaks to us, and sometimes God don't say too much. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And you said when you said I feel like we having like an old head conversation about how bad hip hop is now.
We love it.
But in reality, bro, like, I think that's true. Like, I think there are things to enjoy about the small things, you know, how sounds have changed. We may not like the substance, but sometimes you don't have to be inspired by
Everything.
the substance
To get motivated to go to work.
You know
to
what
go
I'm
be
saying?
a father. I feel
To
you.
work out.
to work out, you know.
To do everything. Yeah.
And so like, and also your homie therapy, bro. I mean that was
Thanks for
a
sharing.
That was deep.
that was deep, bro, and that was a gem, bro, for me to carry on in my life. So,
me.
bro, I appreciate you coming on the pod, and I would love to have you back because, bro, y'all only got a piece of land, and right,
Louie is the
we
culture.
only in the hip hop stuff right now, but
Louie is the culture, bro.
when you go deeper than that, bro, this is a sharp man, you know. This is a sharp man, so,
Educated.
educated. You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying?
that,
So, bro, I love you.
Love you too.
I've been knowing you since what, 3rd grade?
Babies.
We was 3rd grade. I remember we went to Texas and they was cheating.
Yeah.
And my pops used Landon, Phillip, and Tay. It was like, we got 3 dudes over there. We could put
Put
pads
them
on
up,
at
put
y'all
pads on.
age.
Yeah,
Bro, you used to be in all the Viking games, bro.
Never
All the
missed
Graves
from jump,
games, all the
man.
Bulldogs.
Yeah, bro. So, yeah, man. I love y'all boys, man.
Yeah, man. Love you.
Real quick. Dolphins and Eagles Sunday, bro.
Holy.
Who you got, bro?
Is that a question?
There we go.
What's the
Eagle
score?
fan.
So y'all think y'all about to do that 500 yards total on us? Negative.
I didn't say nothing. I just asked what's the score.
I'll say 28, 21.
Okay.
28, 21.
Respectful.
Okay.
Noted.
Okay.
Because y'all O-line can't do nothing
All right,
with
Clemens.
Jalen Carter.
All right. Anyway.
Oh,
all right.
safe travels, brother.
Oh, happy
Yeah. Oh, happy anniversary, La.
Happy anniversary.
Appreciate it.
All right.
This the Clear Vision Podcast.
Yes,
Praise
sir.
God.
This has its own magic.